Hello, welcome to Lemon Stew, so we talk anything and everything entertainment. I'm, of course, the Lemon himself, Zeke Lamone, and this is my review for episode 4 of Creature Commandos. But before we get into that, let's get the house clean out of the way. Shall I leave a like, comment below, let them know your thoughts on Creature Commandos, and of course, hit that subscribe button as it helps me grow into my YouTube career. I would greatly appreciate it. Now, all that out of the way, let's get into the review, shall we? So, Creature Commandos, the first project for the new DC studios, or the prologue, if you will, because, Superman is truly the first project where it begins. And I've enjoyed the show quite a bit. It is very James Gunn. I think we can all agree with that every episode you're like, yeah, no, if you didn't know who was creating it, but then you were watching it, but you're in the know of this movie business and who does what kind of work, you're like, yeah, no, James Gunn definitely did this for sure. And, it's been the same formula for all 4 weeks so far, or for at least 3 weeks, right? Because we had the first 2 episodes debut before, but 2, 3, and 4 have all had the same type of formula. There's the main storyline, and then we focus on one of the creatures and get their backstory of it. This week goes to the Weasel, and we'll kick off with him first. And I liked everything that we did with him, because when we see this lawyer that he has, and he's going, hey, he did not kill these kids. He did not. He did not murder 23 kids. Only 9 of them died. And I am here to find out the truth of it, even though he cannot speak. And seeing all these flashbacks, seeing these kids, and he was really attached to one of the girls there, and he was a scared weasel, pretty much, was just hiding in the shadows, watching these kids play. The kids come in, feed him, and they kind of took him in as a pet, and he would just play with them. And it took until one dude who was just like, oh, that's a scary creature, he's messing with the kids, this ain't right, calling the authorities, and he's going to take matters to his own hands. And honestly, the dude was just dumb. I don't know why you're shooting freely and with the children around. You want to get the kids out, and then you want to start blasting if that's what you're gonna do. But yeah, it was just a very tragic story, and it was a story that I honestly didn't want to see on screen. Not that I wasn't interested in it. It was just I did not want to see these kids die, especially after seeing how attached the Weasel was to these kids. It really broke my heart quite a bit. It was very, very tragic. As G.I. Robot, when we come to the realization of, oh, this guy that took him in, what gets him into jail, is a neo-Nazi. And yeah, there's some glee in that, watching a neo-Nazi die, absolutely. But it was still, kind of morbid and scary. While this one, it was just sad. It was just heartbreaking, especially seeing how the cops did not care to save the children whatsoever. It was just about catching the Weasel. And it was just very tragic, very good stuff. I'm much more tragic to him. I attached to the Weasel. I love the final ending where, he is dreaming and he's just reflecting, and, he's just scarred. He's just really scared of that day. And, Nina's just like, what do you think he's dreaming about? And the bride just going, chasing squirrels, which was the title of the episode, was a nice little button to cap on when it comes to the Weasel. I also like, the subplots that we have within the main storyline, where, it was kind of a not filler by any means, but, we just got to get to know the characters a little bit more. The A storyline was definitely Waller, Flag, our guy from Peacemaker was in there. I don't remember his name. Has a bit of a cane now. And with our villain, if you will, interrogating her, look, she's going to kill everyone in the future. She's going to end this world. I'm just trying to save it. I saw the future. And they're like, well, can she really have this power and all of that? And Rick Flag's like, yeah, whatever. Because he likes the princess. He very much has feelings for her. And now, we were saying it before, with how forced she was to Rick Flag. Yeah, no, I don't think I trust this girl. Because look, as a guy, we all like a woman who is very forward and, lets us know how they feel. But sometimes when they're a little too forward, it is a red flag. So it's kind of ironic that Flag could not catch the red flag if she truly is evil. Because I like the conversation that they had after Waller sees her vision. She's able to show her the future. We're seeing Superman dead, Wonder Woman dead, Green Lantern dead, all these people dead. All these people that we have come to know that are going to be big players moving forward. Maybe this is a future project that's later on down the road. Who knows? And she's terrified by that. Rick Flag's well, can we really kill someone or convict someone of a crime that they haven't even committed? She probably hasn't even thought of this yet. And she's like, well, I don't care. You know, we got to save the world by any means necessary. So yeah, get your creatures and get them over there. And Rick Flag just refuses to do it. And then this is when it splits over where we go to the creatures. And, you know, they only have one brief moment in this episode. The bride a little bit more than the others, but, you know, they're at lunch. And she grabs her food and Commodus. Is it Commodus? Our skeleton guy. He's coming up and he's gonna sit with her, and you know, he's like, you know, just shooting the shit with her, just having a nice conversation. She's like, what? So we're just supposed to be friends since we went on a mission together? And he's like, yeah, that's kind of how this works. And then, you know, she sees Nina getting bullied, and the bride wouldn't have thought anything of it before, but you know, she did grow attached to Nina, and she does like Nina. So she goes, give her food back, and then breaks that bear's jaw, and then our skeleton friend gives her the food. Like that moment to show them that they are coming together as a unit, as a group. But you need those moments, especially when we're spending week and week getting to know each character individually. While in the background, Frankenstein has found the bride. He's come to get her, and his insecurities, and he's just such a man-child. I gotta tell you, Frankenstein might be becoming one of my favorite characters just because he's just so, again, just a man-child, so insecure, just really thinks with his emotions a lot. And it's very, very funny. He's like, oh, she looked at Rick. She loves Rick because he could grow a beard. What? You're making fun of me because I can't grow a beard? And he kills the people that brought him to the bride, goes over to Rick Flag's house, tries to kill him, shows the insecurities, and Rick Flag's like, man, can I make you coffee? Dude, he feels bad for him. He's like, look, there's nothing between me and the bride whatsoever. You want some tea? Okay, I'll make you some tea. Having some conversation, you know. And he just loves love, man. The Frankenstein just loves love. Goes, yeah, I know. You are Leonardo DiCaprio, Kate Winslet, and Titanic. It's a great movie. While me and her are like Forgetting Sarah Marshall, I believe was the movie. Just loved everything about that. So yeah, overall, I really liked this episode. I thought everything was done in good execution. It was a nice little bottle episode before we go and head over to Back to the Princess to get the story moving forward. I don't know how many more episodes are left. If I had to guess, this is an 8-episode season. And this was episode 4. So we got 3 more episodes of flashbacks. We got Frankenstein next week, which I'm not really sure if I'm fully about that. I think we could have held off Frankenstein till season 2 if we are to be greenlit one. But you know, I really wanted to get to Commodus or whatever his name is, with our skeleton guy, and get to know him a little bit because he's really interesting. I really wanted to get to know Nina a little bit. But we're gonna get to know the Frankenstein and see his point of view, how he sees things with the bride, and we're gonna get attached to him a little bit more. I'm kind of already attached to him. I kind of like him as, you know, just this bumbling idiot who's just like, dude, she's just not that into you. Just move on. It's gonna be okay. But, you know, we're going to do that. That's fine. And then we'll get back to our actual creatures. I just want to get more attached to them. So that's the only little deflate that I have for next week. It's like, yeah, I'm not really looking forward to getting to know Frankenstein. I kind of want to get to, you know, our actual team a little bit. I'm sure Frankenstein will actually join the Commandos towards the end of the season. But, you know, I just want to get to the others a little bit more. But really enjoying the show so far. What did y'all think about it? Comment below. Let me know what y'all think of it. If you made it this far in the video, please leave a like. I would greatly appreciate that. Hit that subscribe button as we continue on this ride, along with many others, heading into the end of this year and to 2025. It's going to be a very, very busy year for the channel. So hit the subscribe button for that. And until next time, guys, I'll see you here at Limit Studios.